You too, eh? Well, I don't know what Susan was pushing that night, but she must have been doing great trade. Well, they must have been double parked outside that house. There was you, there was Monica, Heather, Scotty, Alice. Quite a party. Now, you want to tell me about it?
Do I have a choice?
Sure. You can go to jail.
I left the hospital a little before 9. As Rick said, I went out through the basement. I had come down in the service elevator so as not to be seen. I had no idea that Rick had seen me.
Sneaking out?
I drove straight to Susan's. I intended to confront her about the blackmail, to have it out once and for all. I was going to warn her to stop.
Oh? For what?
As I was coming up the walk, Alice Grant was just coming out. She left the door ajar. She was hysterical. And I heard voices arguing inside. It was Susan and
Why,
Scotty.
you got no answer? Because there's nothing you can do or say that can stop me from sending you.
The argument grew worse. I realized there was nothing I could do, so I left.
Nothing you could do? You mean you couldn't kill her?
I returned to the hospital. I came back in through the basement and took the elevator up to the 2nd floor. When I got there, I checked to make sure that no one had seen me. I went back down to the lobby and checked myself out.
At 9:30.
Then I went home.
Nice story.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Question is, why should I believe it?
Because I
Did you kill Susan?
No.
Then who did?
I don't know.
Maybe your wife in a fit of jealousy.
Don't be ridiculous.
You're trying to protect her, aren't you,
I
Alan?
am not.
Well, thanks for your cooperation. I'll be in touch.
That's it?
For now. Oh, Alan. By the way, did you know that Crane Tolliver was in town?
Who?
Crane Tolliver.
I don't know anybody by that name.
Dr. Barrows, would you like to see his dad? Dr. Barrows, would you like to see his dad? Dr. Ogama, call orthopedic, 3rd floor nursing station. Dr. Ogama, call
Hello?
Father, Scorpio knows about Tolliver.
What?
He knows about Tolliver. What are we going to do?
Don't talk to anybody until I get there.
Is that Alan?
Yeah. Apparently, Scorpio found out about Crane Tolliver.
Oh, my. Oh. Oh, give me away.
I tell you, it's so nice to see you again. The old Holly is back.
Oh, I hope not. I was looking for the new improved model.
I'd say you found her.
Oh, and then some.
It is so nice to see you out and about again.
Well, I'm just sorry it took so long.
Well, the important thing is that you've bounced back. Your spirits are up, you look absolutely wonderful, and you're ready to take on the world, girl.
And that's just what Luke would have wanted.
That's what Robert said.
And he should know. Well, I wish I could get my act together.
Why, what's the matter?
Well, it seems they're about to tear down my apartment building any minute. Sharon Garcia's moved out, and I'm the only one there.
Well, what about the apartment you two were going to share?
We three, you mean? I don't know. I think I better check with the landlord again.
He probably can't get the tenants to leave.
Look, even though you're not living with us, I demand that you be a steady visitor.
Well, you can count on it. So tell me, what's been happening around here? Out of circulation.
Nothing much, you know, same old, same old. Oh, except for Claudia's shower. Everybody's getting really excited about it, and I bet Leslie's going to invite everybody that she knows.
I wonder if Alice will go. Boy, the last time I saw her, she was still so shook up.
Well, I know one person who won't show, Monica Quartermain. That poor family, what they must be going through with the Susan Baldwin investigation. Oh, Holly, I wasn't supposed to know that. Please don't say anything to Robert. I was over the other day, and I took a peek at his Command Crime Fighters post. That thing is really something.
Now, ladies. You shouldn't be talking about my dear sister-in-law. I mean, you better be careful. I mean, we're a tight family.
Whoa. Since when? How did things go the other night?
Great. As a matter of fact, they made me feel right at home. I mean, I haven't heard so many teeth grind since last time I was at the dentist.
What was all that about?
The Quartermains asked Jimmy Lee over for cocktails the other night. I'm telling you, it was quite a shock to everybody.
Especially to Jimmy Lee.
Well, ladies, it has been wonderful, but I'm afraid I have to go.
Good luck
luck with your apartment, huh? If you need any help with the decorating, just let me know. I am a whiz with a floor plan.
Especially with an unlimited budget.
Not quite.
Take care.
Bye. Madam Commissioner, you look terrific. You know that?
Thank you.
How about your husband? How's it going with the investigations?
I really couldn't say.
No new suspects? I mean, for a while, it seemed like we were playing suspect for a day.
Well, in Robert's mind, everyone is a suspect. It's not a bad way to approach an investigation, don't you think? I mean, the innocent eliminate themselves.
Yeah, with a little luck or a lot of money. Myself, I spent the night in jail, or I'd probably be the #1 suspect.
So, she lied.
Where have you been? I've been going crazy.
What did Scorpio say?
How did he find out?
Scorpio's a very clever man. He said exactly enough, and then he asked me, did I know Crane Tolliver was in town?
Nothing else?
No. I told him I didn't know anybody by the name of Crane Tolliver, and then he walked away.
Did he find out?
Well, better you should ask how long before Cousin Herbert finds out.
And we lose a fortune.
Okay, look, we don't panic, that's for sure.
You have a better idea?
Yes, we stay calm and we retrace our steps. And let's just see how much trouble we're in.
You don't want to know.
Alan, what exactly did you tell Scorpio?
I told him the truth. I told him I went to Susan's cottage.
Well, of course you did, with us.
Before that.
What?
I went before that. And I saw Alice Grant leaving, and I heard Scotty and Susan arguing, but that was all.
Any witnesses?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, I've admitted to Scorpio that I also went to Susan's. Is there anything, Edward, that you might have neglected to tell us?
What did you really do on that night, Father?
I was in the den, as I've been telling you all along.
Well, we're just checking.
Well, I certainly never dreamed that either one of you, let alone both of you, would skip out of the house and go over to Susan's. What the hell were you thinking of?
Saving our skins.
Were you really in the den all night, and you just left with us to go over to the cottage then?
Well, of course I was. Now, if you two will stop giving me the third degree, I think we better discuss what we're going to do about Tolliver.
What can we do?
Stall.
Yeah, we deny any knowledge of the man.
We have to. We have to stick to our Chesler story. I mean, if we fall apart with that, it's all over.
If we only knew exactly how much Scorpio really does know.
We can only hope it's very little. The name and nothing more.
My God, we've gotten ourselves into a terrible mess this time.
Oh, good Lord.
What?
Lila. What if Scorpio gets to Lila?
Well, I think maybe I've taken care of that.
What do you mean? What did you do?
Well, I had a little talk with Grant Putnam this morning. In fact, it was rather one of my better performances, if I do say so myself. I fed him the whole Chesler story. But I made him think that it was all his idea, you see. Well, as Lila's orthopedic surgeon, he's just found it impossible for her to have any visitors whatsoever because of her fragile health. What a pity.
Well, thank the good Lord.
I wish we could have a little bit of that same privilege. It seems that Scorpio's tightening the noose by the day.
Hello?
Yeah.
Whew, what a lunch.
Stuffed?
Definitely.
Well, I got just the thing for you. The rest of the gym equipment arrived today, so it's all set up in the next room. You can work off some of that good living back there.
Well, before you send me off to the lockers, I have some news for you.
Oh?
Jimmy Lee Holt told me a really interesting story. Did you know he was in jail the night Susan was murdered?
You don't say.
And he said he was glad, too, or he would be a suspect.
Why would he say that?
Don't you think it's curious that Crane Tolliver and Jimmy Lee Holt should be in Port Charles at the same time? Not to mention...
Not to mention the fact that they both checked into the Port Charles City Jail on the night of the murder.
Well, I think that we should have lots of crepe paper all over the house, and I think it should all be in pink and blue.
Pink and blue? Don't you feel that's pushing it a little?
Why?
This is a wedding here, not a baby shower.
Oh, well, that's close enough, huh, Parrish?
Who cares?
You could help us with this if you like.
I got my own plans to worry about, like how to decorate a cell. I'm not here. I'm not here.
I know. I feel like I've had this conversation already. Oh, Blackie. Hello, Mr. Harris.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Weber.
Well, that remains to be seen. Would you like to come in? We have certainly been expecting you.
Yes, I imagine you have.
We take that.
Thank you. Hello, Parrish.
How you doing?
Great, thanks.
I was afraid of that.
I'm awfully sorry. Rick is not going to be able to be here. He had to go to the hospital.
Oh, that's too bad. I wanted him to hear this.
I didn't.
Excuse me. Amy, darling, we'll finish the plans for the shower a little later.
That's okay. There's no rush.
So if you'll excuse us.
Well, I guess if I have to.
Boy, do you have to. Thank you, dear.
Parrish,
Don't touch me.
you're around
Don't
here.
touch me.
Amy.
I'm going. Sorry. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you. Well,
Listen, could you just sort of give it to us straight? We are prepared to deal with the worst. We can handle it. Lord knows we have had enough experience. What did he do?
Nothing.
I knew it. How could you? Nothing?
I mean, nothing wrong. Blackie's been doing very well. So well, in fact, that I'm here to inform you that he is now officially off probation.
What? What?
Congratulations.
Thanks. Blackie! Blackie, that's just wonderful. I just never in a million years. I am so sorry that I immediately thought less of you. Really, I am.
That's okay. Anyone can make a mistake.
Now, look, just keep up the good work. And remember, if you have a problem, or if you just need to talk, I'm always here.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for making a success out of me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be on my way.
See you later, buddy.
I'd just like to deliver the good news in person.
Why, thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You have a good afternoon.
And you too.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. Well, not such a jerk after all, huh?
Will do.
I think I'll go celebrate.
No, you won't. You're going to stay here and celebrate with us. We have this big dinner, and we can just make it a celebration dinner.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to have dinner with my family. If it wasn't for you guys, that wouldn't have happened. Thanks.
Good God. I have to call Rick.
Call him. Tell him.
He is never going to believe this.
Let me tell him.
Oh, Jesse, are you sure?
Oh, Claudia's going to be so disappointed.
I'm going to be disappointed, too, but I promised I'd give a lecture to a nursing seminar at Mercy, and there's no way I can find a replacement.
Well, hi there. Hi, Rick.
I'm glad I ran into you. I almost forgot something. What are you doing for dinner tonight?
Eating it, I hope. I'm starved.
Great. Why don't you eat it at our house? Use that rain check you have when the Omega Delta came over and destroyed the living room.
Good, I'd like that, if it's no bother.
No trouble at all.
Good. Well, let's see. It's 5 o'clock now. I've still got a few patients to see. I'll be over in a little while.
Fine. Leslie's making something extra special.
Great.
See you there.
Has it been difficult for Leslie without Alice Grant?
Oh, it must be.
Well, actually not. Julia Childs is one of her idols, and she loves doing things like that.
Not me. I'd rather eat in a good restaurant any time.
Well, I kind of like them both.
Well,
How about you? Are you a good cook?
Well, I've never had any complaints.
Oh, you're lucky. I sure have. I'm the worst. I can't even boil water without looking up the recipe.
Oh, I'd hate to be in your wife's shoes.
Cooking isn't everything.
Oh?
No, but when you're living alone, it's enough. I just hope I can find a few sympathetic chefs to keep me fed until I get married.
Oh, you poor helpless bachelor.
What would you say to an invitation from me?
Are you asking or just testing the waters?
Well, that depends on how hungry the fish is.
I never could resist the right bait.
Don't forget to let me know when.
When what?
When you ask him for dinner. So that I can cook the meal that we're going to pretend that you made for him.
Thanks, Jess. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't volunteered. Oh, well, from the looks of those three, a home-cooked meal wouldn't help.
I'm curious about how they all connect. The Quartermains, Jimmy Lee Holt, and the mystery man, Crane Tolliver.
Well, you're not the only one. I just wish I had more information.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah, we certainly are. You know, it's sort of nice having you around to be able to talk to about this. You've been a big help to me.
Well, I enjoy it. I mean, what else am I going to do with my time? I can't spend every day buying antiques and lingering over lunch. Well, I could, but it'd be really boring.
Not for some.
What are you doing now?
Well, I'm going to run this Lila Tolliver connection through the computer again for a bit of confirmation. Positive confirmation, Crane Tolliver and Lila Morgan married in New York City, March 1932. Edward Quartermain and Lila Quartermain married August 1932. Morgan's statement, no previous marriage. False. No record of divorce or annulment from Tolliver. Tolliver is not deceased. See Port Charles City Jail records. Well, methinks it's time to go visiting again.
The jail guard.
Well, among others, yeah. Now that you've established this link between Jimmy Lee Holt and Tolliver, I'm more anxious than ever to talk to that guy. Before I do that, there is one other person I want to talk to first.
Who?
The only suspect I've yet to confront. The illegally married Eddie Quartermain. You know, at first I thought that Alan was trying to cover for his wife. Now I think that Monica is trying to cover for Edward.
Why did you say that?
All right. Susan was blackmailing them, not for Chesley, but for Tolliver, which I think is the case here. Who stands to lose, aside from Lila? Edward. Now, he has just as strong a motive for murder as does Alan or Monica.
It's true.
Which is one of the reasons I want to have a little chat with the big EQ. I want to find out exactly where he was, where he really was, the night that Susan was shot.